This problem has something a little different in it, but we're going to follow the same rules. So we want to isolate the radical. So I'm going to add 16 to both sides. So that gives me this 2 times the square root of 4a plus 4 equals 32. Now this is what's different. I don't really have the radical completely isolated. That 2 that's in front is kind of in the way. Now it can be there and we can finish the problem, but I would rather it weren't there. So I can divide both sides by 2, and that's just going to make life a little bit easier. So if I divide by 2, then it'll be out of my way. And I'll just have the radical, 4a plus 4, and it's going to equal 16. You're allowed to divide by a real number on both sides as long as it's not 0. Okay, now I have the radical completely isolated, and so I can raise both sides to the second power. It's a square root, so we're going to square both sides, and I'm going to get 4a plus 4 equals 256. I think it's 256. Let me double check that real quick. 16 squared. Yep, 256. Okay, subtract the 4 from both sides. This is a linear equation, so if you're wondering why we're not factoring, 252, divide both sides by 4, and a equals 63. I think I get 63. All right, I've got to check it to see if it really works. So here comes the check. I'm going to be putting in 63, but I'll copy down the original equation. Sometimes it's nice to just have it copied down. Okay, so we're putting in 63. Now, what's 4 times 63? Well, I could double check it, on a calculator, but we did just do that. So it's 252. So then I have 2 times 256. And what's the square root of 256? Well, we just kind of did that the other way, right? So 2 times 16 minus 16. So 32 minus 16, does that equal 16? Yep. So what's the answer? The answer is 63. We solved our radical equation. That's what we got. We checked it, and it worked. So there we go.